Welcome back to the Sneaker Division. It's your boy Jeremy Cash.
Cesar Perez.
And we have some sneaker news for you guys today, actually. Nike did a big thing about a week ago. They went ahead and they gave all of their corporate employees a week off to stave off burnout. And they went to the employees and they were just like, told them, I think it was this guy named Matt Marazzo. He brought them in and he sent them like all a message saying that he doesn't want them to work at all. So he said, our senior leaders are all sending a clear message to take the time to unwind, de-stress, and spend time with your loved ones. Do not work, he wrote in the post, like to everybody. And the spin that they wanted to put on it, which, I mean, it's good, I guess, but we're going to talk about how I kind of disagree with them. It says it's an acknowledgement that they can prioritize mental health and still get work done. He wrote he wants to support his people. It's good business, but it's also the right thing to do. And what do you think about this, man?
I'm thinking about what?
Giving the corporate employees the week off.
Is that it?
I mean, pretty much.
Oh.
That's the way that Nike's trying to spin it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if that was the case, they should have done it for the whole entire company, not just corporate. That's how I feel. Whether it's corporate, retail, every person that works for Nike down the line, from the top all the way down to the bottom, should have gotten this.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel about it. And if you actually look at all of the mainstream media that put up like sources or stories or videos about this, every single one of them was talking about how, oh, look at Nike and how great Nike is, that they would give their employees a week off to help with their, burnout or whatever they want to call it. And then they had, literal like experts come on and start talking about what burnout is and how it develops and all this other stuff. But then like I went and I was watching TYT because I watch them all the time, and they made a story about this, so I actually had to click on it. I was looking by and they just randomly had this. That's the reason why I even wanted to talk about this. If we put a clip up real quick.
Decided to shut down its corporate offices for a full week because would you look at that? They're really looking out for their workers. They want to make sure that they focus on their mental health. Things have been really difficult with COVID. But it's retail workers, the forward-facing employees who have to deal with customers all day, those in the service industry. They're expected to show up. So how did Nike not see how awful this idea was, especially as they're promoting it as something that makes them the good guys for looking out for the well-being of their workers? Now,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like the best point because how do you, first of all, how do you think that the retail workers that deal with the employee or deal with the customers every single day, that they don't need a mental health break? Like, but your corporate employees do? Like, what do they do all day that's so freaking stressful that they need to take time off? Like, you're talking about people who are making like over $100,000 a year versus somebody who's making minimum wage. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And then again, I wouldn't be upset with this as much as I am, but they literally like contacted people and promoted it as like, look at us, look what good we're doing. We're so great. We're a great company. And it's just bullshit, like the way that they do that. Like, I hate that they try to take credit for this kind of stuff whenever they don't ever do anything good for the actual employees. The actual employees, the retail employees, there was a news company that was trying to contact them to find out if they knew it. That was the very first time they ever heard about it. So they gave the week off to their corporate employees, but they never even told the rest of the employees that worked for them that was happening. Like, that's obviously bullshit, and it just shows that they will prioritize one set of workers over another because they value those people more.
And I hate to say it, but that's not just Nike. That's every corporate brand in America.
Yeah.
It's every. That's That's how they do it.
So that's just and that's talking about the retail employees. We're not even, that's not even talking about all of the companies that are over like in China and Vietnam and all that kind of stuff. Take another look at this clip.
In fact, almost all Nike shoes are in fact manufactured outside of the United States. The leading manufacturer of Nike shoes is China and Vietnam, each accounting for 36% of the total manufactured worldwide. Indonesia accounts for 22% and Thailand for 6% of the Nike shoes that are being produced worldwide. Now,
see, the problem with that though is that the way Nike gets away with it is they outsource all their stuff to those companies or manufacturers that are in Indonesia and Thailand and all these like poor places. So like, this is your company, this is our order, you handle your employees how you want. And that's how they pretty much wash their hands.
But that's just bullshit, man. That's just like a coward's way out, in my opinion. Like
just tell me
what they did for the mental
reality
health for their employees over in China was they put up suicide nets so they couldn't jump off the fucking buildings.
That's crazy.
But they'll give an entire paid week vacation to every single one of their corporate employees, and they shut down their corporate offices. They didn't just like give everybody a free 1 week paid vacation and then just let them take it at their own leisure. They literally shut down their whole corporate office for an entire week. Like, can you imagine if they shut down every single Nike store for a whole week just to help out their employees and give every single employee money?
Oh, they would
paid vacation.
They would lose their minds.
They would never even consider that, which is the crazy part. Like, why did you consider it to be a good thing for this other thing and then try to take praise for it, but then you won't even help out any of your other employees? Again, whether it be retail or it could be just the manufacturing workers that are over there. Like, I'm sure they would, like, what is their mental health like? Being in a sweatshop all freaking day.
It's crazy, cause like, so corporate is the upper class and retail is the lower class.
Yeah. It's like
That's
freaking
how you
Hunger
treat it.
Games all over again, dude. And it's like they always take care of the inside group. If you're inside, then like it doesn't matter how much money you make and that you make so much more money and that you're, just the fact that their bills are paid and there's no arguments on all that kind of stuff. Like, their mental health is nowhere near as bad as it can be for somebody who's a minimum wage worker with 4 kids that's barely trying to get by in their house. Like, they can't even put food on the table for the kids, and then you're talking about your corporate employees need mental health breaks, man. Like, people on minimum wage, and that's what you guys pay too, is minimum wage. You guys don't pay $15 an hour across the board across the entire United States. You only pay that stuff like in New York and California, and that's it. So I don't want to hear any of that other crap. Like, you guys pay minimum wage, and you know it, and you don't take care of your employees at all. And you guys are a multi-billion-dollar corporation. How about you take $1 billion less on your advertising, because you don't need to advertise that much, and freaking give it to your employees? Like, it's not that hard, man. Stop being so greedy. Like, God, man, I wish that I could run a corporation and just like show these people that it doesn't have to be done like that way. There's actually in a video that I would like to talk to you guys about separately about that. But there's this girl I saw on TikTok that she like shows how she runs her business, and she only makes $70,000 just like all the other employees. And whenever she gets like extra profits and everything like that, she splits all the money with all her employees. And she just like so everybody makes the same amount no matter what. And everybody like wants to like yell at her or think that she's doing something wrong. And it's like, she showed that if she had actually done the way that every other corporation does, instead of her only making $700,000 a year or $70,000 a year, she would make $400,000 a year if she would just do it the way every other corporation does and pay them minimum wage.
Because she's doing it evenly across, so each time like it increases their profit, they all increase profit.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, because of the way she's doing it,
all the employees
are loyal.
Yeah.
They
work
will
their asses
stick
off
to your back no matter what, because they're grinding for the same amount.
And they know if they land an account or talk about it outside of work and find somebody that's gonna spend money with them, that's gonna benefit all of them. If you get like an extra $30,000 account or something like that, everybody's gonna get a piece of that.
Right.
So everybody's gonna be doing that stuff all the time. You don't even have to ask them to do it. Like, it's so much better way to run a company, man. But whatever. I digress.
It takes a team to make the dream.
Yeah, for real.
You got to build it right. Anywho.
Today's my slogan that I always say is actually really freaking important today. So remember, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
We'll catch you later.
Bang, bang. Thanks for watching our video, guys. There's more over here if you like where that came from.
Like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. We'll catch you later.